If I was to ask everyone to close their eyes and picture paradise, what images would come to your mind? Palm trees, a sunset on the beach, beautiful green landscape with mountains in the background? The Hawaiian island of Kauai encompasses all of these scenic features. Kauai offers great views and experiences that someday you might get to experience. Personally, I got the privilege of traveling to the island in March of 2012, and I never really heard of the island before, so I researched it, and I was so excited to travel there, and it ended up being one of my favorite places I have ever been able to travel to, and I can't wait to go back. Although Kauai is one of Hawaii's lesser-known main islands, it is rich in history, geography, and offers experiences that cannot be overlooked. Today I will discuss a few points on Kauai's history and a legend that is told still today on the island. Second, I will cover the geography of it and a few main features. And finally, I will cover a few of the activities Kauai offers to tourists. The island of Kauai is actually pronounced Kauai in the native Hawaiian language, and it is the oldest of the Hawaiian main islands. And this is actually a shirt that I got from Kauai. And Kauai is also the furthest away from the United States, the furthest island out toward Japan. So, like California's over here, this is the big island of Hawaii, and then Maui is over here. This is Oahu, where Pearl Harbor is. And this is Kauai, all the way out to the side. So Kauai is an island rich in history. The island has many experiences that have shaped it to be the place it is today. And according to the Hawaiian Tourism Authority, Captain James Cook, who was a British explorer, was the first person that is recorded to travel to Kauai on the beaches of Waima, which is a private island of Kauai, for the first time in 1778 on his voyage to Alaska. So he didn't even mean to, but he discovered the island. That was recorded. And according to Kauai, the separate kingdom, Kauai was the only one of the Hawaiian main islands that was fully not conquered by King Kamehameha, who wanted all of the Hawaiian main islands under his rule. So Kauai is an island rich of old legends passed down from generations. From the Hawaiian Encyclopedia of 1974, the legend of the Menehune remains to be one of the most popular and prevalent still today on the island. And I was actually told the legend of the Menehune people by a native Kauai, actually when I was there, and so I thought the legend was cool, and he told us in such a fun way. And I was told that the Menehune are a race of very small people, very short, he said it stands up like here, and they're very crafty with their hands, and they like to make everything. And they even made like some of the fish ponds and stuff that are still on the island today. And I was told they still live up in the hills and the mountains in the forest. And if you see one, because they come down sometimes, it's really bad luck. So I thought that was cute, the story. And Kauai also has a nickname of the Garden Isle, which fits it perfectly because everywhere you look is a beautiful green landscape, and it's just so gorgeous there. And the center of Kauai is actually made up of steep mountain ranges and valleys, and according to Kauai, the separate kingdom, the peaks of these mountains are the sources of Kauai's natural resources. So the whole island is made up of mountains on the whole middle, and then all the activities and the people can live all around that, and then it's the ocean. So the mountains are the heart of Kauai. And according to Kauai.com in 2013, at 5,148 feet, Waikiki Peak is one of the highest points on Kauai. And also according to Kauai.com of 2013, Waikiki Peak is known as one of the wettest spots on Earth, and it receives over 400 inches of rain a year. And I actually got to hike to a part of the peak of the island, and it was raining, of course, but the views were so spectacular, and I will never forget it. Kauai also offers great natural wonders that are beautiful and will absolutely take your breath away. And the Opeka Falls are two huge waterfalls that are right beside each other on a cliff of a mountain. And I got to travel there when we visited, but I was there during a rainy season, and they got so much rain that season that the two waterfalls actually were one huge waterfall coming off this cliff of the mountain. And it was funny because we didn't actually know it was supposed to be two separate until another group of tourists came up and they were talking about how it was, so we didn't even know. But I also got to see a spouting hole where a blowhole shoots out ocean water from the volcanic rock around the shore. So I thought that was so amazing because instead of being sand, it was all volcanic rock, and they have holes in the volcanic rock around it. And when the ocean water comes in, the salt water pours up and shoots out in a mist. So it was really cool to see. And although the island may be small, there's so much to do and so many activities to choose from. Kauai offers many activities, both indoor and outdoor, for tourists to get a full experience of the island. And 2 outdoor activities I was able to experience were ziplining tour and tubing. And although I am petrified of heights, I was talked into a ziplining tour. And according to Kauai Backcountry Adventures, the company we went with, there were 7 zips across 17,000 acres of former sugar plantation lands. And also according to Kauai Backcountry Adventures, the tubing adventure takes you through the historic Lihu sugar plantation's irrigation system. That is now out of production, but it was cool. You get to learn history going through that. And I was also able to participate in 2 activities typically related to Hawaii. I was able to attend a traditional luau, which can be indoor or outdoor, and they had traditional Hawaiian cuisine and Hawaiian dancers. And I was also lucky enough to get to snorkel. And it was so beautiful in crystal clear water, and it was amazing. So Kauai can definitely be called an island of paradise on this earth. So today I discussed Kauai's history and the legend of the Menehune people. Second, I explained the geography and its main features. And finally, I covered indoor and outdoor activities available for tourists. I hope everyone was able to learn something new about a place they may or may not have known even existed, and probably maybe even experience traveling there someday or plan to. Thanks.